All right, we will get this meeting started. Um, Welcome to the April 14th City of Mebane Planning Board meeting. First item on the agenda is the approval of the March 10th, 2025 meeting minutes. Any comments? Any comments, questions, changes from the board, or do we have a motion?
Make a motion. Oh, go ahead. I make a motion to approve as presented.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right. Next item on the agenda is the city council actions updates.
Good evening. At your last meeting, you considered the rezoning request by First Baptist Church, and the city council voted unanimously to approve that request. No additional conditions resulted from the public hearing. I would also like to introduce Mitchell Pinsky. He is our newest addition to the planning department. He joined us at the beginning of this calendar year, and he'll be making his first presentation tonight.
Thank you. All right, the next item on the agenda is a request to rezone plus or minus 7.28 acres of the property located on Gibson Road from R20 Residential District to LM Light Manufacturing District by Chris Fuqua.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mitchell Pinsky, and it's a pleasure to meet everyone. All right. Okay, is this good? Can everyone hear me? All right. So as I was about to say, so before you today is a request by Chris Fuqua to rezone part of his property from R20 to LM. So essentially here, okay, so I was about to say, so over here, you have I was about to say, so over here is a general, it is an outline of the property. So essentially the property itself so the property itself is 47.64 acres. And now of that property, approximately 7.28 acres of it is being requested to be rezoned from R20 to that light manufacturing. But also too, so if you also do look at the area in general, you could see that it is a majority R20 area with some heavy manufacture, with at least one heavy manufacturing lot in there, and then some B3, and then some light manufacturing across the street. And then this over here is a plot plan. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to kind of zoom in. So as you can see, you have the plot at large right over here. But the track 2 is the 7.2 acres. That is an addition that would kind of be a de facto continuation of 601 Gibson Road, which is the existing heavy manufacturing. So essentially, so over here, you have a map that shows where the property is located within the overall jurisdiction of the city. So as you can see, it's located within the Alamance County portion of our extraterritorial jurisdiction. And at this location, city utilities are not available. So a little bit more, as I discussed or at least alluded to earlier, the parcel itself is vacant, largely forested. Now, some of the surrounding uses do include, I'm going to zoom in here, do include the existing heavy manufacturing, automobile towing and storage. And then when you really kind of zoom out, you see a lot of the single family, large lots. A lot of those lots fall within, especially in the northern half, fall within the Alamance County, within the jurisdiction of Alamance County. You do have some warehouses around here, over here. Okay. Now over here shows the property as being located within one of the secondary growth areas, specifically the G4 secondary growth area that was outlined in the Mebane by Design comprehensive plan. And if you also notice the green buffers right over here, all around right over here, So those are conservation areas that follow the stream line. So again, the part that is being rezoned is not well, or at least is being applied to be rezoned, is not near the, or at least is not the closest to the streamlines. And then at this point, I will turn it over to Mr. Fuqua. Sorry.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Michael Hudson. I'm an attorney here in Mebane, right across the street there, 5-star building. And I'm Mr. Fuqua's counsel. Not much I can add to the very thorough presentation. Just a little more to go with that. Mr. Fuqua owns the triangular section, and I don't have access to move around on the map, but the heavy manufacturing area. And as presenter stated, this would just be essentially an extension for that, for storage of the vehicles that are towed. Right now, that area, and I drove by the day, you can see the vehicle stored. This 7 acres that Mr. Fuqua was requesting to be rezoned to just light manufacturing, his plan intent is to put fencing all the way around the area. I don't know if he's going to do the whole 7 acres at first, but as needed, it will be fenced around at least probably 8 foot high, so you can't even go up and look over it to see inside. The view will be protected from the road. There's also a dirt berm that's been established up against Gibson Road at this proposed property, to where that's a visual buffer also. Now I would add right straight across the street is where Mr. Fuqua and his son live. The other manufacturing that was pointed out further back towards in Mebane is right behind his house. So he and his son are surrounded by the Chick-fil-A plant. So every morning they start their day with beep, beep. So the sooner they can get out of there and get across the street to work, the better off they are. But that, as the presenter stated, much of that area is light manufacturing, light industrial, whatever you want to call it. I don't think y'all have an industrial here, maybe it's light manufacturing. And that's essentially he's wanting to go. Right now, where he's storing vehicles, it's not large enough to get in there and turn around with some things and put a fence around. So this would actually, his hopes are, make it more aesthetically pleasing, and to use up 7 of those 47 acres that he has there. And for the most part, that sums up everything in a nutshell, what he's wanting to do and why.
All right, thank you. Do we have any questions from the board? Colin?
Yeah, so it sounds like we're creating an impound lot. Is that basically?
Essentially, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is what we're doing. Yeah, the only thoughts I have are about the intensity of the use. First of all, we're coming pretty close to the creek. Could have some fairly broken down vehicles here. Has the city fully accounted for the possibility that some of these vehicles are going to leak hydrocarbons? And is there any risk of that getting into the creek at all?
At this point, the request is only for the rezoning. If there's significant development of the property, it would go through technical review. We do have the property owner submitted permit applications for a pole barn, but nothing more than that.
Okay. And so the request is for the rezoning, but with no restrictions on the use. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. And what is the reason that you're looking for a split zone as opposed to carving this into a specific lot and leaving the rest? Is it because you're thinking you're not sure how far you want to go, or?
If I say something wrong, correct me. But I think he feels that's all he will need.
That's all I need at this point.
Yeah.
To do what I want to do.
And to address your earlier question, most of these vehicles are brought there, stored until the insurance company pays them off and comes and gets them.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. I mean, it looks like a not very intense use of the property. I'm just sort of trying to confirm that that's the case.
and I would add, right, the heavy, manufacturing, the triangle now it's gonna be right beside it.
Right.
So, likely, I think, I have to look at the map, but it may possibly be that the requested additional 7 acres would be further away from any streams than what is using now,
Thank you.
but I don't know.
The intent is to have the cars there for a limited amount of time. We're not turning it into Crutchfield's.
No.
Okay, just, I kind of knew that, but I wanted to go put that on record, okay?
Yeah, the only reference to Crutchfields or the Go Park down there would be, that's the type of fencing he's planning on putting
Gotcha.
around.
That's good,
Looks nice.
sure.
There was something else you had asked, I was going, oh, yes, it's normally, the insurance company comes if it's total loss, pays them off.
Right.
And takes it off to salvage. If they don't get within a certain time, statute allows him to then apply to the DMV for the title, and he can sell it for storage fees if they don't come get it.
So it's mostly cars that have been in some sort of an accident that are getting towed in
Right.
versus like you're just clearing a parking lot because somebody parked in the wrong place.
If you ever been to my shop, it's just stuff like cars are sitting in the, what zone for it now. It's just putting them in somewhere that nobody can see them with trees out
Sure.
front.
That's great.
That's my main thing is what I do have sitting out there is ugly red cars just to put them behind fence where you can't see them.
Can you come to the microphone and summarize what you just said? Just since this is on YouTube.
This is being recorded, so we need you out there.
There might be one or even two people watching.
To answer your question specifically, there may be occasion where somebody parks in my parking spot, and I call him, my client, come
Mhm.
move this car.
But then they'll come get it and pay you $500 or whatever. we got. Yep, tow fees and get it.
That's when we buy cars.
Yes.
So the question that you were asking, I
you
mean,
could-
even like the city of
Mr. Fuqua,
Mebane.
if you could just state your name just for the
Oh, I'm
record.
sorry. My name is Chris Fuqua.
Okay, thank you.
And the question that you're answering, I mean, even the city of Mebane, we're on rotation and we have to take their cars somewhere where it's close for the people to get their stuff and it's safe for their stuff to be. And so that's what I'll be doing. But, it's like the adjuster comes, look at the car and it's moved within a week and it's a rotation thing. And I mean, actually, we tow some, where y'all have the farmer's market over here. We moved some cars from over there. But they're there a day and they're gone. So and we do a lot of tractor trailer work and we don't have the room to get a tractor trailer in and get it unhooked with a big wrecker. So that's one of the biggest things.
Thank you.
Anything else from the board? All right, we are not a public hearing, but we do welcome comments from the public if you would like to make a comment, anyone? All right, if there's no more questions from the board, do we have a motion?
We're kind of limited since we don't have our sheet in front of us to make them.
He has
You
ours.
got it?
You do it. You do it.
Okay. Motion to approve the LM zoning as presented. Motion to find that the application is consistent with the objectives and goals of the city's 2017 Comprehensive Land Development Plan, Mebane by Design. Specifically, the request is for a property within the city's G4 secondary growth area and in an area that includes both residential and commercial uses.
All right, we've got a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, we got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, this will go to city council on May 5th. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good evening.
Thank you, you too. Is there any other announcements or business?
Just a few, our city offices will be closed this Friday, and we have set the date for the third public forum for the updates to our comprehensive land development plan. That will be on May 13th.
Okay, great. Is this survey still live?
The second survey is closed. We will have a third survey after the public forum for anyone who's not able to attend.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, we're adjourned. Fastest meeting we've ever had.
Well, I wouldn't have.
Thank you, everybody.
I came straight